You done now?
Hello, everybody. My name is Brad Gilmore, and today on The Collection, we have a really special conversation with Taran Killam. Taran Killam, you might know him from The Amanda Show, How I Met Your Mother, MADtv, New Girl, Saturday Night Live, or where I saw him first time, Wild 'N Out. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about Wild 'N Out. But he is here to talk about his new show, The NFL Pile-On. Is the first ever NFL comedy series. It's going on Amazon Prime every Wednesday. We're going to talk to him about that. I got to talk to him about Wild 'N Out. And he also played the husband of Paula Jones on Impeachment, American Crime Story. He's a very talented individual, very funny man. We're going to talk about his time at Saturday Night Live and all of that this time on The Collection. And he joins us right now to talk about the NFL Pile-On on Amazon Prime Video. Guy who I can honestly say I've been a fan of a very long time. Taran Killam joins us this morning. Taran, how you doing?
What's up, Brad? I'm doing great, dude. How are you?
I'm great. You know, it's great to talk to you. And I mean, we have a short amount of time and a lot to get into, but let's start with the NFL Pile-On because this is the first comedy show from the NFL. You're the host of it. It's on this massive platform. Tell me, how did this come about and how are you feeling about it? Because this is a really big deal, and I think that can't be understated.
Thanks, Brad. I feel that too, and it's something that I've longed for just as a football fan myself. Like anybody who checks my Instagram page will see that I've been screaming my head off at Rams home games for the last decade basically. And obviously love comedy as well and feel quite accomplished in that genre. So I've been just like putting out feelers for a long time, but then this opportunity came out of the blue. Jason Weber and Chris Peasy have teamed up to kind of produce the show, a weekly recap of everything football, like games, highlights, like bungle plays, but then also fan videos we find online, funny tailgate stuff. So we're covering it all. And I say that it's like hanging out with your friends, watching the games, making jokes, but also your friends are professional comedians who are paid to be there.
Well, yeah, I think it's just a really great concept because of course I like watching guys like, Terry Bradshaw break down the games on Sunday with James Brown and the guys. But at some point, I am not the biggest football aficionado. I'm kind of the casual observer. I'm a fan. I don't know all the players. I don't know all the ins and outs. I just kind of want that laid back. I can watch, and I feel like you're not talking over me. Is that kind of what the show is?
Exactly right. Yeah, it's it's where Terry Bradshaw might tell you why a certain defense broke down. We're going to ask, what the heck were they doing on the sidelines, combing their hair? It's more about the lifestyle stuff that we're looking at. And sure, if there's an incredible play, for example, like Kyler Murray running around for what was sort of like calculated as 85 yards just to score 2 points after is a ridiculous thing that we're going to cover and talk about. But we're also going to talk about the Jets fan who's screaming in his parents' attic.
Right. And how has the NFL been as a partner? Have they been really involved, or they kind of just letting y'all do what you do?
No, Jason Weber from NFL Films, he basically, runs all the tech, all the posts. We have access to their entire archive. Like that's really what kind of makes our show exceptional for what it is. I honestly I will own up to the fact that there are a lot of like podcasts and either YouTube or Twitch streamers who are doing, comedy recaps, but being endorsed by NFL Films gives us access to this incredible footage, not from just this season, but from every season since they started filming things. So, we're just getting started in terms of scratching the surface of what we're able to do with the NFL support. And it's a really, really exciting thing.
The NFL Pile-On on Amazon Prime Video, of course. Man, I've actually been a fan of you for a very long time. I first saw you I'm serious. I first saw you on a show that was can't miss for me called Wild 'N Out. And I love Wild 'N Out so much. And to me,
awesome.
it
That's
launched
cool.
so many careers. Like, I think that maybe not launch, but at least put a spotlight on so many comics and sketch comics. I mean, there was you, there's Cat Williams, D. Ray Davis, Afion Crockett, I mean, the list goes on. Mikey Day.
Mikey Day, Pete Davidson. No, it's
Yeah.
pretty impressive for sure. Like, they found great talent, and they also found like very eclectic talent. You know what I mean? For a hip hop improv comedy show, the roots spread far and wide through the industry. So yeah, no, I that was such a fun show to do, and yeah, it's kind of cool to see what people have gone on to do.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and I've had Mikey on before, but we randomly talked about Back to the Future and Steven Spielberg. So let me talk to you about Wild 'N Out.
That makes sense.
Let me talk to you about Wild 'N Out. For the Wild style round, for people who don't know, this was like the freestyle battle, 8 Mile style at the end of the show. I know it was an improv comedy show, is how it was produced, but did you think of your bars before you went out there? Did you have them ready? Did you have them in the tuck?
The strategy is harder than having bars ready. Harder than like spitting the fire is just getting your hands on the mic when there's like 12 hungry, ambitious comedians like hovering around Nick. I think kind of like the rule of thumb was like have an entry point, like have like maybe 1, 2, or 3 burns that you knew you wanted to get on somebody. But then if you watch the show, any of those freestyle comebacks, like there's no way you could anticipate what someone was going to rag on you about. So to me, that was always the most impressive. And Cat Williams by far was like one of the best ones to be able to like snap back, in the blink of an eye.
Oh man, love that show. Loved it so much. And then you and Mikey obviously got to work together on Saturday Night Live. He told me about that really odd, awkward interaction he had with Steven Spielberg during the Jurassic Park ride sketch. It was just a great story. Do you have any odd, awkward interactions with some of the celebrity guests who came through? Because that stage, you never know who's going to show up.
I mean, Brad, how much time do you have?
A couple minutes with you, but give me your best shot.
A really fun one, a really fun but certainly odd one was when Russell Crowe hosted. Every time there's a host, there's like a Tuesday night cast dinner to kind of get to know each other, and Lauren takes everybody to his favorite Italian restaurant, and we sit and we chat. We just kind of like, it's an icebreaker. And Russell Crowe was the first, only possibly last host to bring his own punch bowl because he wanted to make what he called rugby punch for everybody. So we sat around this table as he brought in this giant, beautiful, impressive silver punch bowl and proceeded to pour, bottle after bottle of booze into it and ladling cups full of this rugby punch to everyone around the table. And we're like, well, this is a first.
You know what? There's a first time for everything, and it might as well have been portrayed or done
Exactly.
by Russell Crowe.
Well, I was just gonna say, when Gladiator hands you a cup of spiked punch, you drink. You
do it. You do whatever Gladiator says. NFL Pylon again on Amazon Prime Video on every Wednesday at 7 Eastern time. Last thing with you, man, I just wanted to tell you, it's more of a compliment. I loved you. Absolutely loved your portrayal of Steve Jones in Impeachment American Crime Story. I thought, man, you really brought it from an acting performance. It was really, really good.
Whoa, that means a lot. Thank you very much. That's the best compliment you could have paid me. The week after it premiered, Beanie Feldstein texted me that she was at the airport in Los Angeles, and the employees at the airline she was flying said, "Yeah, Steve still works here. He's still here." And they also sort of said, like, you guys did a good job portraying him. So like that was nice to hear too. But yeah, I was really honored to get to be, a part of that show and that incredible cast and crew. And, everything Ryan Murphy does, I'm a fan of. So thank you for your kind words.
Hey, no problem, man. And thank you for joining us this morning. Again, the NFL Pylon every Wednesday. You can check it on Amazon Prime Video. Taran, man, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Brad. Have a wonderful day.
Take care, brother.